What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Terence Bud Crawford. Get this. Terence Crawford names the one that got away. He stated they didn't want it. The boxing world waited for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to get it on. We all know what Terence Crawford said, and this is what he did say. He said, I get excited when I talk about Canelo, like I used to get excited about Manny Pacquiao. I used to get excited like, man, I'm going to be able to fight Pacquiao. It definitely did, but they didn't want the fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want the fight. Pacquiao's handlers didn't want the fight. I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted the fight, but they didn't want the fight for him, so it just got away. Those are the words of Terence Bud Crawford, and let me counterpunch. First off, I think that I know Freddie Roach said exactly what Terence Crawford said he said. He didn't like that style for Manny Pacquiao. Bob Arum said, I didn't want Manny Pacquiao to get seriously injured, right? Now, his handlers, whoever they were, maybe that was his manager, I forget his name, Rick or whatever his name is. I can't remember his last name, but maybe they didn't want it for him. And then see, on top of that, to put the cherry on top, Manny Pacquiao wanted $20 million to fight Terence Crawford. And I never heard him want that type of money to fight a fighter before. Not even when he fought Keith one-time Thurman, he got $20 million. You know, and that was supposedly a much bigger fight. And I think what it was is the fact that, well, Bob didn't allow it to happen anyway. But to be fair, he didn't allow Floyd Mayweather $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya either, did he? So, you know, Bob's just cheap. However, you have to question why Manny Pacquiao wanted so much money to fight Terence Crawford, but not anyone else, if you think about it. You know, so that might have been a way of Manny pricing himself out. You know, and I think now here's the deal. I think if they would have gave him $20 million, he would have fought. But I think he was just trying out that amount because he knew that amount would be comfortable enough to him to get beat if he was going to take that ass whooping, for him to get compensated the way he feels he should have been compensated. You know what I mean? That's what I think about that. It's a very good topic to bring up with Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao was a fighter that, you know, after the Floyd defeat, he fought a lot of people. Okay. And since he fought a lot of people, it was like, okay, well, you know, what about Terence Crawford? Well, Terence Crawford was the guy that knocked out the guy that gave you hell in Down Under, which is Jeff Horn. And everyone knew that. You know, and understand this also. They were all in the same stable. They were all ESPN fighters. Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, those guys were all with Bob Arum, ESPN. Wide News leader of sports, right? They were with ESPN. So there was no reason for that fight not to happen, based on other challenges with other networks and other promoters and advisors like PBC, Fox, Showtime. They didn't have those type of hangups. So the one that got away, I definitely think that people around Manny had vested interest not for Manny to go in there and fight someone like Terence Crawford, because, see, Terence Crawford is one of those type of guys that you may run into something. You think Juan Manuel Marquez did you something. Oof. Terence Crawford probably would have done that and more. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was a fight that I think they didn't want to happen. And it's probably a good thing, man, because, you know, Terence Bud Crawford has shown that he is 100% beast, okay? And he holds no prisoners, okay? He's not babysitting and holding. No, he's straight murking everyone that comes in his path, because that's how he's wired. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Terence Crawford stating that Manny Pacquiao and his team didn't want to fight and they got away. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.